So, hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is J Tribe. Yeah, the one of this group. And I've told you what we are hosting today is a continuation of a psychological talk that we had earlier, like 2 months ago. Yeah. And I'm a trader for years now. And I enjoy helping people understand their emotions and navigate life in navigating forex market. I also teach psychology, yeah, fundamental analysis, and also technical analysis. So we are going to continue from where we left, but those who are new here, I'll maybe share a little bit of what we discussed last time on our previous psychological talk, so that you can catch up and be on the same page. So this psychological talk happens almost every Friday. Yeah, we have a psychological talk every Friday. Then on Sunday we have a pre-market analysis. Yeah. Then once in a week, sometimes we're gonna post-market analysis. No, not post-market. On Saturday, nakwanga na post-market analysis. Ama pia Friday tuna mix na psychological talk. So the psychological talk, nakwanga na arranging parts. Like there was psychological talk 1.1, it was done. Psychological talk 2.0. Then you are currently on psychological talk 3.0, whereby we were discussing the 25 points mantra of a disciplined trader, and under this psychological talk 3.0, I was talking about, now on my previous meeting I was talking about the wheel of a successful trader, which I termed as the wheel of success. And I said, for a successful trader for success that a trader achieves in market is directly correlated to one's trading discipline. And if you lack discipline, therefore 90% you won't survive in this game. So we discussed something called the wheel of success, whereby we discussed three things. We discussed content, we discussed mechanics, and discipline. And currently we are at discipline, because the discipline part was a little bit wrong. It took us around 3 to 4 psychological talks before we conclude. Yeah, and I said, under the wheel of success, we spoke about the 3 spokes, whereby it was content, mechanics, and discipline. Under content, for those who don't know what content is, it consists of all the external and internal market information that traders utilize to make their trading discipline. And this content, it's divided in 2 parts, whereby you have external market information and internal market information. And we said, for internal market information, it doesn't matter that much, for external market information, but what matters much is the internal market information, which you should look at as a trader. And we said, internal market information, but you analyze the trades using the technical analysis, the normal one, yeah, using your own strategy, or the one that you are taught by your mentor. Yeah, because there are different strategies. We have order flow, we have ICT, we have smart money concepts, all those strategies. And mechanics, this is how you assess the market and the methodology that you empower to enter or exit a trade. They are just technical aspects and rules that involve executing trades, e.g. order types. We have entry and exit strategies, risk management techniques, yeah, all those things. And we said a key simple stroke, LR, can lead you to lose off a lot of money if you're not keen, you don't obey you don't follow your you don't follow risk management, yeah, you don't follow your rules. They can lead you to lose a lot of money. That's under the mechanics. And now the third part, and which is the most important part, and which was to take like 3 or 4 sessions to conclude, was the discipline part. Because, and I said, you must attain discipline if you ever hope to achieve any level in trading success. And trading discipline is practiced 100% of the time, every trade, every day. Like, you must do what? Practice discipline. And also, discipline is applied in, should be applied in our daily lives, every day, all time. So, yeah, you're supposed to be handling around five disciplines, rules for a disciplined trader every session. There were 25, sorry. So those were 5 sessions, but we only handled the first session. We handled like 7 of them. Yeah. The second session we handled up to number 12. Those were around 5. Yeah. And the last point we discussed was don't hope and pray. If you do, you will lose. Maybe I should just go through the points, just list them, then you go to where we left. That was number 13. And you said the first point was the market will pay you to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you're not going to get anything at all. The second point was the disciplined. Be disciplined every day in every trade, and the market will reward you. But don't claim to be disciplined if you are not 100% of the time. So that's it. And the third point was always weigh your trade size when you are trading poorly. Let's say you are on a losing strike, and the amount of money that you do risk in each and every day, maybe it's 2% or 1%, and maybe you are on a losing strike. Maybe in this month you are on a losing strike, or this week you are on a losing strike. The moment you detect that, you should lower your risk from maybe 2% to 1%, or from 1% to 0.5% or 0.25%, so that you are not going to incur a lot of losses, unnecessary losses. Remember, the goal here is for you to survive longer. Another point was never turn a winner into a loser. Yeah, then we talked about your biggest loser can't exceed your biggest winner. Like, you should not be on a negative capital. You should always try and cut out those losses. The other point was develop a methodology and stick with it. Don't change methodologies from day to day. If you have this methodology become a strategy. If you have a certain strategy, don't shift to another strategy. Maybe you are using ICT tomorrow, order flow. The other day, SMC. It's another better strategy. That's your friend is using to make money. You shift that one. No, you should stick to one strategy so that you can perfect on it, so that it can work on you. Another point was be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Another point, that's self-explanatory. Another point was you always want to be able to come back and pay the next day. Another point was earn the right to trade. And the other one was get out of your losers. The other point was the first loss is your best loss. And the last point was don't hope and pray. And if you do, you'll lose. So if there's someone who had to listen to what we discussed 2 months ago, I'll maybe share a link under podcast thread, so that you can go listen to it. So let's dive to today's discussion now. And by the way, I'm supposed to host this session with Id. Id is the owner of Id Traders Group. Yeah, we met online. He's my friend. So I'll take rest time, maybe like 30 minutes. Yeah, I'll discuss like 5 points. Then I'll be done. Then you'll have something to say. So maybe if you have something to say, then you'll take from there. I also have Life of Team. So my friend, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Also have Climate. Yeah, Gremo, karibu sana. It's a pleasure having you all here. So yeah. So the next point is don't worry about news, because news is history. And you should not confuse me when I tell you not to worry about news. News are important, but depends what kind of news are you listening to or are you watching. I think the only news that you are supposed to focus on is the economical calendar, which you all know about. Yeah, the normal economic calendar, which predicts, which highlights the news that will happen either tomorrow or next week or the following day. Yeah, those are the only news that you're supposed to focus on, the future news. But you find most of the traders, they waste a lot of time watching news, the normal news, the one that are on TV or YouTube, in expecting that the news will help them predict or analyze the market. So I don't understand why so many electronic traders listen or watch to news like CNBC, and we have MSNBC, we have, what is the other one? Bloomberg, News All Day. Yeah, the talking heads of this program know very little about, they know very little about market dynamics, because what matters a lot is the technical aspect of the market. And we're always told that the market itself is the best teacher ever. So the fact is, the reportings that you're seeing on the news or on the highlights, they are something that had already happened, and now they're being reported after maybe so many hours since the time they happened. Is it true? Like the normal news, let's say on our TV, maybe Citizen TV, the news that they are showing us there, it's not real-time news, like they are happening at that exact time. There are things that they have been correcting the whole day. So one thing you should know, those are old news. The story behind those news has already been consumed by the professional market participants long before the news has been dispatched to you. So do not trade of the reporting news. It is a waste of time, and it is too late for you to predict what to predict the market using the same news. I hope that one is self-explanatory. The other point is don't speculate. If you do, you will lose. A lot of people, a lot of traders, I found them speculating of what is going to happen, and you're not supposed to do that at all. And if you do that, you're going to like lose big time. So for the past 4 years that I've been trading and associated myself with the traders, I've never met with a successful speculator. Yeah, for the past 4 years, and it is hard to speculate and print large winners. You're going to almost always lose. And speculation means one of the characteristics of speculations, napatanga, they have this mentality of risk high and gain high. Yeah, all if you risk high and lose, it's okay. Yeah, those are some of the speculations. So the other point is the other character that's with them, Patanga, they don't analyze the markets before they do what? Before they trade. They just come and look at the charts, say this one is buying, let me try. Yeah. The other character of these speculators, you find them, they don't do what? They're not there for a long term. They're only there for some few minutes, some few seconds, some few hours. Come, take some, or they're taking and leave. So do not be a speculator, be a trader. The short term of scrapping of the market is the answer. If you know you're not up to that huge level, you should try to do what? To hunt for those small wins and small losses. This one will help you build slow by slow and build that courage for you to be a better person tomorrow. The probability of a winning day or a week is greatly increased as you trade short term, small winners and small losses. By that, you'll find that you're building slowly and slowly. Napata, it's also remove that anxiety. Remember when we talked about we started talking about psychology. One of the key factors that we looked at, that was psychological talk around 2.0, I think so. We talked about emotions, and we said emotions. We human beings, we have emotions, and we have both positive and negative emotions. And we said both emotions, positive and negative emotions, they are what? They are risky to traders. Like if you involve your emotions in trading, be it positive or negative, it's going to affect your trading career. And we gave some of the examples of negative emotions. To come fear, frustration, anger, depression, stress. Yeah. Positive emotions are things like excitement, joy, cockiness. So if you are excited, maybe when you have big wins or you have made money in trading, you might be tempted to maybe open more trades. Or risk high than what you are supposed to risk. So that's negative. And remember, that's a positive emotion. For negative emotions, when you have fear, you're fearing to maybe open a trade. Maybe you're fearing to lose money. Maybe you're on your trade is on a loss, then you're fearing your capital will go, and now you may be tempted to close the trade, reopen another one, to catch up with the market trend. Let's say you're on a sell, you close the sales, open the buy. So you see these things all do affect your trading career. So what I was saying, for you to overcome this, try and trade small target small wins, small loss. This one will eradicate those positive and negative emotions with time, and it will be easy for you. You get? The other one is love to lose money. Like that should be your rule, and it is the most asked question. Like people ask me, what do you mean by or traders? What do you mean by that point? Like love to lose your money. People see me like I'm crazy, or I don't know what I mean exactly by that. So what I mean by you should love lose money, it's that accept the fact that you're going to have losing trades throughout the trading session. There is no day, there's no time that you'll ever have a consistent winning. Every day, you have a consistent winning. It's not possible. And if you see anybody showing you consistent winning, like today I made profit, tomorrow, the other day, next week, like previous months I've been making profits without losses, that's a scam. The scammer. You are the business, and you should take care of that. Remember, trading's a business like any other, and you should so. And one rule of the business is that there is risk, and risk comes with you losing money or gaining more money. So you should accept that one. If you don't accept, it, then I don't know who you're going to, or you'll be heading to, and you're not going to stay long enough. In what? In trading business. Yeah. So you should get out of your losers quickly and turn them to wins. This one will save you a lot of trading capital and will make you a better trader, much better trader than you are. So don't lose today. You lose hope and run away for months, then come back, try again, lose again. Don't do that. Don't do that. Accept first there's losses, there are also profits. Then you'll be good to go. The other point is, if you are a trader, if your trade is not going anywhere, it's time to exit. What do I mean by this? This rule relates to the theory of capital flow. You know what capital flow is, guys? I don't know if you know what capital flow is. Capital flow is how money, in short term, it's how money is being distributed in the market. Yeah, or in other context, how buyers and sellers do relate in the market when they are buying products and commodities from each other. So capital flow is a trading capital that pushes the market one way or another, be it the buy side or be the sell side. So example, if you oversupply of or imbalance of buy orders will push the market to the upside. Let's say you have a lot of imbalance to the downside, and there are a lot of buy orders on the supply side. That one is attracting it's attracting the buyers. So that one will make the market drop, correct the imbalance, create the order blocks that are on the downside, then buy. And our supply of sell orders will push the market to the lower side. Let's say you have what do you call them? Order blocks on top of a trail. Let me share the screen and show you this. What I mean by this. Screen to is this one here. I have this example here. Yeah, like we have this imbalance here, market insufficiency. Yeah, you have order blocks. Yeah, these are demands levels. On top, you're supposed to have like these also are supply zones. So this one, they are attracting the sellers. Then when they reach these order blocks here, they're going to have a push to the top. So that's what exactly I mean by that. So you find most of the time the market is not moving, market is consolidating at one point, and this one almost happens every day. Like yeah, it happens every day. Kuna kwanga na that consolidation, like on Asian liquidity highs. Let me show you an example here. Yeah, they happen every day in the morning, East African time. Like there was a consolidation here, you have a consolidation here. Yeah, this one was a little bit good. So when you see market consolidating, don't waste your energy doing what? Trying to trade the consolidation. It's not going to bear any fruits. Not that what we have been taught. I hope your mentor has also taught you that, or what I was taught is that when you're in a consolidation mode, let's assume this is the consolidation mode, and the market is consolidating, maybe in a Rudechini, almost the same point. What you should do, you should first do what? Wait for the market to, or the price to break either the resistance or the support. Then from there, you're going to make decisions based on your trading loans. You're going to wait for either market to break to the upside and continue to the upside, or come down, break to the downside, continue to the downside. Yeah, don't waste your time doing what? Trading this consolidation. You're going to waste your money. It's a waste of energy and waste of time. So when price stagnates or consolidates, it presents a typical what? Typically, it happens many times. Yeah, throughout the day or night. And this what this is telling us, we should keep off the market. So you don't want to be in the market this time, because the market is not going anywhere. Remember, it is us who will come and leave the market, but the market is always there. It has always been there ever since the beginning of this world, ever since people started trading. Yeah, and it will be there. So don't be in rush, or don't try to chase the market. Let the price come to you based on your rules. Yeah, because it will be a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of capital. Yeah, and also emotions, because when you hold, sometimes consolidation might happen for almost even a whole week. There was a time, was it last year December? Let me see if I can sorry, I can spot that consolidation. Price consolidated for almost a week or two. Yeah, and it wasn't that much good, that much better. But yeah, it was this time here. Price was not moving anywhere this time. This period here. And so you buy, the market sells. You sell, the market buys. Lose money. Yeah. So it started on early November all the way to December, before price broke to the upside, clear the buy side liquidity and clear the sell side liquidity. Yeah, and that's how. And after clearing the buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, it did what? Now went on correcting all the supplies that were left behind, and now this is where the price is. You can now see you have a steady move here, and here you can now trade at risk. It's better because you're seeing where the market is heading to. Yeah, at the same time, this move here, you can trade this. At least you can see where the market is heading to. But here, there's no clear direction. So you should stay off. Actually, on December, I only uh, took around three or four trades, if I can remember, and only it was only one was was profitable. The other three were all losses. So I think the last time I traded was around 9th December. From that time, I never got involved into trading again. Up to now, January the second week. Yeah, and here we are now. Here we are today. So, do I have another point to add on top of that? Yeah, the other one is never take a big loss. Only big loss can hunt you. Yeah, like you want to risk a lot of money. Yeah, and you're seeing through you're risking. And this one now will bring us to us reviewing rules that we talked earlier on the other meeting, which was rule number 5, number 8, number 10, 11, and 15. Maybe you can check all they meant. You said rule number 5 was your biggest loser can't exceed your biggest winner. And here you should keep a trade long. You should keep a trade log of all your trades throughout the session. What this means, or what this rule means, you should always journal everything that happened on daily basis. Yeah, you should journal every day in the evening. Yeah, you journal your emotions, how you're feeling. You journal your profits and losses, what caused to you doing what, losing money that day. What rules did you follow? What rules do you not follow for you that led you to losing money? And there are so many ways for you to do your journaling. One way is through maybe you can journal on your Notion. If you have a Notion, you can journal on your Discord account. You have journal on your Telegram channel, or group if you have one. Yeah, you should always journal on your books. Let me show you one of my journal. I'll only show you the content inside there, but I won't show you the journals that I've done. Yeah, but I want you to see exactly what's happening there. Before you open it, let me refer to. Let's refer to the other rule, which is rule number 8, which said you always want to be able to come back and pray the next day. What this means, you should always do what? Manage your risk, manage your capital. Sorry, never put yourself into the precious position of losing more money than you can afford. Always, let me roll this. I hope it opens. Okay, sorry. I've told you, never put yourself into a precise position of losing more money than you can afford. The worst feeling in the world is waiting to trade and not being able to do so tomorrow because maybe you lost your money, or something else bad happened. The other rule is rule number 11, which was the first loss is your best loss. Yeah, what this means, once you come to the realization that your trades is not good, it's the best time to exit immediately. Ukiona, this trade almost not change bias. Yeah, like I made a mistake while analyzing and something like that. Don't let your money, don't hold your money in that trade. You should exit the trade immediately. The information will show you guys. I want to show you. And how I do journal. The other one is law number 15. Love to lose money. That one to me discuss. Hakuna haja kufanya nini? Hakuna haja kudiscuss tena. Let me share screen here. What you can see. Share screen 2. That's dashboard. Yes. Copy. This is how it looks. Okay, it's too Miangi. I use this one here. So it has a calendar, yeah, generated automatically. So today is on 31st. Let's say you want to journal on 31st here. I'll come on add item. Then I'll have to choose the date. The date comes automatically. Yeah, and the type you choose. What are you journaling? End of the day, end of the week, forecast, and mindset. Mindset. This is where you journal your emotions. Yeah. So if you're journaling end of the day, that's it. By choosing the trend, which pair do you want to journal? Maybe it's gold. You say maybe it's on an uptrend. Yeah, daily time frame, it's on an uptrend. Higher time frame, uptrend, middle time frame. Maybe iko on an uptrend bado, ama iko on a down, on a what? On a downtrend. So you add property ni no, but not that one. So then from there you have to do what? Pre-trading mindset journal. When you click on it, it's where you're now going to add your trades and everything. But now you'll have first to have those questions that I must ask myself before I do the journal. The 5 fundamental truths of trading that I maybe go through each and every time I'm journaling. Yeah, like anything can happen. This one keeps reminding me, yeah, what exactly I'm doing and what exactly can happen. I have to do meditation, what are non-market related thoughts, or it's troubling in mind, what is the solution, journal them there, and all those things. A strike, am I on my losing strike? Yes or no? What could be the reason why I'm on a losing strike, or I'm on what? A winning strike? You list them here. Am I on a winning strike? Yes. What could be the reasons? Am I in neither strikes? Like you're not on a losing strike, not on a winning strike? Yes or no? How do I feel given the strikes? Given the strike that I'm currently in? All those things. The reason why I journal them, kesho nikikuja nitakuwa nafanya nini? Ama when I'm reviewing my trades tomorrow, it will be easier for me to come and lead through my previous journals. They will help me predict what might happen tomorrow. Or they will help me define my strategy in an easier way. Get the other one was that fungi. Yeah, you come on forecast. Yeah, choose the type. Same way nimeonyesha. Post the charts here. Your M1, 1 week, daily, 4 hours, M15. If you have your time frames, you can change them here. You can change or do what, or add others. Yeah, that's it. Maybe want to journal what? End of the day markups, post trading mindset. Yeah, all those things. So this is an example of a journal, how it looks like. You create these journals for yourself, but you can also share templates with other people. You also have Discord. You can journal your trades on Discord or on Telegram group or channel. Some people use those channels to do what? To speak what has been happening on them on daily basis. It's like their story. They're telling you their their story, what exactly has been happening. Example for this code. Show the screen. Screen one. No, screen one. Here. Yeah, you can see how it looks like. You have maybe economic calendar, trading psychology, fundamentals, news, whatever, all your charts, yeah, and stuff like those, all those things. Yeah, same case with that. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I have anything else to add. So if you have any question, you can ask, but at this time itapatia nani Id apate kuendelea kutoka hapo. Id, if you're there, you can take over.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, so greetings to everyone in the meeting. I hope you have a fantastic time. So as I start, the first thing is I really appreciate Trade Tribe. This is impressive. You are really doing a very nice work here, which I really have to appreciate. And also, thank you so much for inviting me, so that at least I have 1, 2, 3 to speak. Possibly this is my first time, I come in here listening to you and seeing how the group is going, So thank you so much for that. So for me, I might not have much to talk about, but I just want for me to make some few points that I believe possibly we might benefit from. So this is for those who don't know me, I've been a trader in this market for a couple of years. And at this moment now I'm profitable, So been trading pro farms, live accounts and there, And yeah, the journey is going. So I want to talk about something that I believe is part of psychological, like a branch of what you're talking about, or such kind of a thing. So I believe that as traders, for me, most of the things that I'm talking about them at a personal experience, because one of the things that I believe not that I believe, one of the things that I've experienced in my journey is that this thing is not as, for example, as easy as many people take it. And I find that even as, for example, as beginners are getting into the market, there's that impression that there's that fast money and things like that. But I realize that that's not exactly what it is. So I believe that Trade Tribe had introduced, for example, what you had talked about before, what you had discussed, the topics, and possibly what you are tackling right now. So with what I've had so far, and basically what I believe maybe we might be benefiting from, I want to talk about the approach, for example, of what this trading thing is, because as I've told you that for me, in my journey, I don't know, maybe if you guys, maybe any of you experienced blowing things and things like that. But for me, I experienced blowing accounts, even profiles. There's a time even, I was even wondering, am I really normal? Because especially in terms of blowing even live account, you place small amount of money, you blow it. The next time you play something again. So they end up going, the money end up going and you keep putting it in. And at the end of the day, you look at this money, you are searching for this money with, you struggle to look for this money, and then it just go like that. So with that, I just wanted to introduce that so that you know that personally, it was really hectic in a way. Even right now, as I speak, for example, right now, if you're talking about things to do with psychology, one thing that I believe that most all of us know is that something like emotion, for example, is not something that you can get rid of 100%, but we have to create something called a system. So we know that as traders, for example, or as a human being in general, we are born, with a certain level of weaknesses here and there. So what's happening is that what I realize personally at a personal level is that what trading does is that it resurfaces, or brings you find that in the environment of trading there is freedom. So this freedom is what basically is the real cause of what you have been seeing. You find that you're blowing account. And the reason is because it is a reaction. It is a fear that was in you, something like inborn. So when you get into the market gives you freedom to do anything you want. You can set stop loss wherever you want. You can take profit wherever you want. So you find that you have a lot of options. There's a lot of decisions that you really have to make. So in this kind of context, you find that this fear will come in. There are a lot of things that will come in there that will, at the end of the day, you find that you are messing up. So with that being said, there's something called a system. Whatever Trade Tribe has been talking about, going through the journal, showing us the charts, I believe possibly what you are trying to show is that we really have to have systems as traders. So when I talk about system, I mean something that you can replicate, something that you can execute each and every time. So when you wake up every single day, you know that there's something that is controlling a certain activity and participating in, which is trading, you see. So every moment you wake up, you know that the moment I click a button, there's a reason why I'm clicking that button. If I click a buy, there's a reason I'm clicking a buy. For example, Trade Tribe, I talked about something to do with a range. So the moment you're going to the market, if you see a range, whatever happens, you're not supposed to get it. But I know there are other factors that are involved. For example, something to do with the environment. When I talk about environment is this. Right now, for example, we might be talking about discipline. Trade Tribe has shown us the chart. We have seen, he has shown us, for example, when you go to the market, there's something to do with a range. A range, we know that in a range is a place that you can really be wicked out very easily, especially if you don't know the exact strategy to trade within a range, But one of the most important things that can really help you is if you have a system, Each and everything you are doing as you're approaching the market, you know exactly why you are executing buy, why you are executing sell, So there are various things that we really can do as traders. But for me, one thing that I really believe is that if you really want to change your trading, is you have to change yourself. Because trading, like any other career, like for example, you might go to school to study law, you might study whatever it is. It's like trading, because if you start treating trading as a separate entity, So I usually say something like have a life. When I say have a life, is that you should you should know the place of trading. You should know the place of trading. There's a place where trading plays in our lives. For example, sometimes you'll find that you glance on the chart 24/7. You are at work, you glance on the chart. Glancing. When I say glancing on the chart, what I mean is that you are reacting to something to do with fear. You see maybe the market going up, you are scrolling all through and things like that. You don't have a life. It's as if you are a slave to the charts. Yes, there's an aspect of being a slave to the chart in such a way that you are learning such kind of a thing. But there's a time when each and every time you open your phone, you are at work, there's something you're doing, you find yourself checking what's really happening, I think you can really get what I'm trying to say. So when I say have a life, is that treat this trading thing as a separate entity, okay? It is something that you can click a buy, you can click a sell, and you can go strolling somewhere. You can go doing whatever you want to do. And it's something that is supposed to do with risk management, because any moment you click a trade and you feel as if you want to be looking at the chart each and every time, one thing that have to be at the back of your mind, you have to know, is that you have not risk. And I think that's personally is one of the great, something that I use to measure whether I'm risking well in the market or not. So have a system. So there's something I want to talk about even before I touched on this. When I talk about having a system, you remember me saying that yes, you can go to the market. You have built a system. You have trading where you are supposed to place your stop loss. You have a place where you are supposed to take profit. You have some rules you have defined here and there. But you find that most of the time, you will violate this thing. You find that you are not supposed to go full margin. Each and every time you see an entry, you feel as if you want to you want to play something there. There's something I'll talk about maybe on how to handle that briefly, how you can be able to handle such kind of a thing. But you really need to have a system. But before you have a system, there's other things that you really have to tackle. For example, the environment, okay, which I believe is the main thing. What do I mean by the environment? The environment is, for example, if there's a behavior like you stacking trades or you over trading, are there practices you're put into place that will be able to discourage this kind of activity? Whatever it is, because in terms of trading, we'll be talking about FOMO, greed, we'll talk about fear. But do you have a certain kind of, have you built an environment, that will be able to help you to refrain from this kind of activities, So one of the things that I know is the main effect, basically, because when I'm talking to you, I'm really talking from personal experience, because for me, I blown, because when I was starting out, I started with small accounts. I was placing 20 USD, There's a time I started with big money and then I blow it and things like that. And then I started placing in small money, Placing 20 USD, 50, such kind of a thing. The money is gone. You blow it today, the next day. There's a time I was working for 3 months consecutively. I had a job, 3 months. When I come back, I placed the whole salary. Not the whole, something like almost 80%. After you paid all other things you have paid, the money remain with, so you end up even there's no food or such kind of a thing because you have poured all the money into the market. You see, so you have to ensure that the environment you have built up, something like money, the amount of money, such kind of a thing, can they allow you to trade responsibly? Because imagine going to the market and going with $10, and this $10 you're placing in the market, it is the money, it is the only money you have, for example, not maybe necessarily not the only money you have, but you are attached to it, okay? In such a way that you are placing it, but you want an output. Yes, there's a, in Forex market, the way, I really like the way TradeTribe plays it, There are two ways. Either it can come out as a losing because, for example, even in a manufacturer, whatever it is, in any process, there's usually an output. So in Forex market, the output can either be a loss or a winning trade, And the moment you get in with a fixed mind, that's the starting point of you blowing account, as simple as that. You will make it, but it is not sustainable, So can you check? For example, you're getting into the market, you're getting with $10. Yes, you have expectation. As traders, you want to make money. But ask yourself, this $10 or this $50 or $20 you are putting into the market, the expectations behind it, will it help you to be able to obey your system? Because I believe even when a TradeTribe is talking, when I'm talking right now, it's not the first time, for example, we are hearing about having a journal. It's not the time we are talking about being disciplined. We hear all these things all the time. But the question is this: the environment you have built up, the money, for example, you're placing into the market and things like that, and the expectation behind this money you place into the market, is it able? Because it is like a weight. It is something that you cannot easily overcome. Imagine you have something like 100 USD and you want to pay rent or such kind of a thing or whatever it is, and you want to flip this money so that at least it be 200 USD so that you'll be able to cater for some of your needs. You will end up blowing this money. Trust me. High chance you'll blow this money. Why? Because you are getting into a probabilistic market, the way I've seen into the Journal of TradeTribe, you are getting into a probabilistic market and you are getting with an unrealistic expectation, It is a probabilistic market, but you are getting in with unrealistic expectation. The reason why I've started talking about this thing is because I've told you guys that personally, I told you there's a time even I was feeling like crying, because imagine you investing money into the market and blowing it. Tomorrow again, you blow it. There's a time you make money, or you make money from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When Friday comes, you blow everything. And these are the things, the things I'm talking about right now. They are things that I believe are possibly they can create this kind of environment, such kind of a thing. So ask yourself, this is a challenge I'm giving you. Ask yourself, every time you go to the market and deposited something, the one thing you really have to look, you watch for first is a system, okay? Check yourself. Do you have a system? What is a system? What do I mean by system? System is like a guidelines, or it is something that guides your activities, okay? Because in every business or in every kind of process that really have to have a significant output, we have to have rules and guidelines, okay? It's like maybe you putting yourself in a jail, such kind of a thing. Because, that's the reason why I started that. When all of us, as we are born, or in our families, some of us have different struggles and various things here and there. And you find that in these things, we have fear, okay? There are fear there are a lot of things. And anytime you get into an environment where there is freedom, guys, trust me, this thing, if you get into any environment where there is freedom, you will express yourself, okay? And imagine you get into the environment where you get total freedom. You can do exactly what you want to, whatever you want to do. But in the forex market, you can set your stop loss whatever you want to, TP whatever you want to, everything. Now this is the place now where you have to tie your hands behind your back by doing what? By having rules and system around yourself. But now, as I'm talking about this system, what right now I'm introducing is that yes, you have a system, but do you have an environment that supports this system? Okay. It's like you have a system around your life that you don't want to smoke cigarette, for example. And then around your circle, you have people who smoke, for example. I'm just giving an example, okay? You will not be able to do what? You will not be able to stop this kind of activity, okay? Why? Because the environment you have created will not be able to accommodate the kind of discipline you want to build, okay? So the first thing I'm talking about, you go to the market. Yes, we have, technical analysis. I don't, for example, I don't have a problem with that. There are things about the market. It's okay, because there is also the context and there's a way we can talk about all those things. Trade Tribe has really talked about a lot, gone through a lot of things here and there, talked about psychology and there. But now for me, I've just come with this side of story. Yes, you get into the market. What is the environment you have built? Is it something that will support the system? Because all these things are just system. Trust me, guys. We have journals, for example. There's an approach we have every single day as we go to the market. That's a system. It ensures that you get a consistent result. But do you have the environment to support that? So check. One of the reason why I've mentioned money is because I believe it's the key thing. Because it's like the input, okay? Because if you input money into the market, you want an output, which is what is profit, okay? So this input, which is money now, what is the expectation? Because the only thing that will determine whether you will obey your rules or not is the expectation. Trade Tribe, for example, I've talked about in detail the market being in a range. You're not supposed to be trading in the market being in a range. Imagine you're supposed to pay rent tomorrow. Let's just give an example for maybe those who have. Let's imagine you are supposed to pay rent tomorrow, and today you only have 100 USD, and your rent is supposed to be 200 USD. You want to flip this money. You go into the arranging market. Will you not trade? You'll try, you'll try, you'll see something. You'll try to see, even if your eyes is closed, you'll try to see something, So check that. And what is my advice about that? Because at the end of the day, I can talk about that, but what is my advice? So the first thing, if you see, for example, that the environment you have, because let me tell you one thing, you might think, for example, I might not know maybe the struggle you might be going through, but for example, you might think that you are a losing trader or such kind of a thing, or you are messed up. Because for me, I'm just telling you on myself, I blown, even profits, I've blown. There are some people who are saying they blow one and then they pass. For me, I blow a lot, not even, I think even more than 6 plus, okay? 100K. I remember even my first account was an FTMO. 100K account. I started with 100K. No one advised me. Blown. I think even the second, I don't know the first day, even the second day. 100K gone just like that, Gone. And I continue placing it here and there, just gone just like that. So check on that. The moment you place money into the market, look at that money and see. The expectation behind that money, is it something that will be able to, because there's things I will be talking about right now in a few moments, and I believe my friend at Trade Tribe possibly will be able to guide me, to tell me if in case the time, such kind of a thing. You can maybe just text me so that I be really be in line, okay? So There are things I'll talk about, because even there are some books I'll recommend to you and talk briefly about them, because this is you. If you want to change your trading, change yourself, okay? Stop going to them each and every time you go to the market. When you blow, you delete MT5, you delete MT4, you subscribe from TradingView. Then after going online and checking some people making money, you go and reinstall them again. That's not it, okay? Take it as a career. Take it as a career, as a part of business. It's something that takes time. You have to really learn. And one of the things you're talking about is the process. Now we are talking about the environment. Check the kind of money you're pumping in the market. Is it the expectation behind it? Will it be able to help you to, will that expectation accommodate that weight? Okay, because it's all about weight. We need to be able to, you cannot be, if you have $100 and tomorrow you need 200 USD, there's no way you will be risking 2%, okay, for example. So check that and see. So what you can go, for example, for things like, there are people with different, maybe my thinking process about profile and things like that, but you can maybe check for a prop, that kind of a thing, or look for a work to do, okay? If you are a trader, for example, you are trading and you have not been profitable yet, or you are not seeing some light, do what? Have a work you are doing, something you are doing on the side, whether it can be an online work or it can be physical work or something like that. Just hustle, do something. And then on trading, what are you supposed to do? If you realize that there are some things you're still learning, because there are things I'll talk about right now to be able to help us, maybe to develop some few disciplines here and there. But now, as you are still growing, do not expose yourself too much. Yes, we learn through experience, but you know, money, people search for money. You are straight up to be there, you know. Because for me, then before I started Forex, I started with binary options. I'm telling you, it almost killed me. Trust me. Have my own story. For those who are close to me, they exactly know, you know. It was really hectic because I was just pumping in money just like that, losing and losing and losing and losing. Okay? So I think that one, I've really talked about it. Check the kind of money you are. So what can you do? You can look for a prof farm in case if maybe you still don't have money for prop or such kind of a thing. Because even for prof farm, you're supposed to get a prof farm, for example, if you have a system. If you don't have a clear system or profitability, then look, for example, for brokers that have a cent account. What is a cent account? You can deposit $5 and then it reflects as 5,000 USD. And then you can trade with a lot less than even 0.01. Okay? In a way, okay, when I say 0.01, it means you can be trading. It is 0.01, but it is way less. Okay? So those are the kind of things that you can adapt into your trading process so that it gives you room. You have work, there's something coming, so it will be able to reduce that pressure, okay, of you being able not to be, okay, you not being able to follow your rules, okay? Yeah, so let me again repeat the first thing I said. What did I say? I said that as for example, from our families or whoever we are, we have weaknesses, okay? And things like fear or whatever it is, we have them, okay? The moment you come to the market, we know the thing that causes many people, for example, not to be able to make it in this market is because this environment provides you with freedom. You trade at your own time. You place stop loss where you want to. Whether it is 10,000 pips, it is you who determine that. And this one, you have a lot of decisions to make, and these are you can make any decisions. Imagine, for example, if brokers have a restriction that you are supposed to place a stop loss, you are supposed to, you cannot go full margin. People will be profitable, maybe. Many people maybe will be able to. It's like being on at the jail or such kind of a thing, or in a school, in a system where there is restrictions and rules. You know, you'll find yourself that you will behave and you will have a good result. But now we are in at a point where you are the one who is supposed to place rules or fence around yourself, you know, which is very strange, but you have to do it. So I told you guys as I was starting that I don't want this thing to maybe personally to talk much, because I know Trade Tribe has talked quite a lot, but there are some books, for example, that I believe maybe might be able to help you in one or another. There's one book called Atomic Habits, okay? Because this is just you developing yourself. The moment you can be able to change you, how you think, because if you can change, for example, how you look at money, there's a high chance maybe you will not be able to waste that money by blowing it into the market. There's a place where when that money reaches, you will be start stopping or such kind of a thing, so that you will be regulating yourself such kind of a thing. Okay? So Atomic Habits, for example, the first book is Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. I don't know whether how many of you have really learned about it. So this one now, when I'm starting talking about these books, is that now you have a trading system. You have cleared your environment. What is the environment? The money, the input you are placing into the market, you know that the weight behind it is okay. What does it mean? It means you have a job somewhere. And even if you place $10 or $50 into the market, you don't have too much expectation on that money. What does it mean? It means even on that money, you can risk $1 or $2 as you learn or as you grow, just slowly, just like that. Okay. So you have a system. What a system? I'm repeating this thing again. A system is those you have what each and every step the process you have to go through in order for you to take a trade, a buy or a sell or such kind of a thing, or what defines your day as a trader. That's what I mean by a system. It's like things guiding your trading process. Okay, and then the environment is that one of the aspects I've talked about the environment is the expectation on the input, which is the money. That thing is very, very, very important. Okay, what is the next thing? The next thing is the ability for you to be able to do what? To obey your system. Okay, the ability for you to be able to obey your system. Yes, I've talked about things like that. If everything is constant, which means that you don't have too much expectation on the money, or in case if you have money, you have something like a cent account. So a cent account is not something that you have to siphon money out of. No, it helps you to build a system. For example, you have something like $10 and it reflects as 10,000 USD. You just trade that thing every time. For example, there's 5 cents you get in here and there. Those small wins here and there, they make you happy as you continue. It is not money. You will not take it anywhere, because in this world we are living in, where would you take 10 cents, for example? But now those things help you to build a system and a heart of a disciplined trader in such a way that after something like 1 month, you'll be able to look back at your history and see that, hey, it's true that I was able to do this, or I have this amount of losses in this kind of currency or on this kind of instrument. And in this instrument also I have this kind of a thing going on. You can be able to review your data and see what's really going on. Maybe per day you only risk 2 trades per day, because according to me, that's what I do. Most of the time I usually take 2 trades per day, basically, depending on the account I'm operating on. 2 trades per day. Basically trading during London and New York session. Those are basically some of my rules, the system around me. When I'm trading, I don't go beyond 5%, such kind of a thing, So I have some few rules, that is guiding me on how I'm trading every single day. So let's go. Now you have everything is constant. One of the first book is called Atomic Habits. Okay, it's it's a book by James Clear. Why am I saying something? It's a book by James Clear. Very fantastic book. What is behind that book? Atomic Habits, it helps you to build discipline, okay? Because these are books, for example, that can help you to build a discipline as a trader. Not only discipline, there are various things, because at the end of the day, whatever you do, what can help you build consistency as a concept or as as an activity in itself, is that you are supposed to be what? To be disciplined, So Atomic Habits is doing small things, okay? As a trader, you're supposed to do, for example, right now, let's say you want to start stopping revenge trading, for example, okay? This is where you're supposed to start. Today, for example, right now you place a trade, and then according to the Atomic Habits, or the habit that you want to initiate to help you to stop revenge trading, is that the moment you place a trade, you close the machine and move away. So today you can start it, just close it, place a small trade, close it, go. So what Atomic Habit says is that start small, okay? Do not start today, for example, you have had a motivational speaker or such kind of a thing, and you start clogging a lot of things in your trading system. You do this, no. Build yourself slow, okay? For example, even in terms of profitability, I've had a trade tribe talking about this thing, that small wins, these small wins. Let me tell you, I'm usually so addicted to a green color. The moment I see, most of the time it's associated with a tick. The moment you see, there's a time I used to work on a site where when you are successful, you can be able to be debited money in your account, you get a tick, a green tick. So I really, when I see a tick, associated with something. Just a second. Sorry for that. Okay. Yeah. So. Sorry, guys. I was just in the wrong position, just adjusting myself. Yeah. So this atomic habit is so you can start somewhere. Start somewhere. Okay. Do not overload yourself. Just start somewhere. So that's what atomic habit said. If it is over trading, if it is fear of missing out trades, start somewhere. Okay. Just small activities. If you have never been profitable for a long time, and you have built a system, take a trade right now, see it running into profit, close that profit, go back, come tomorrow, look at that trade running, close the profit. So those atomic habits help you building confidence, as a trader, because this is a business. You really have to know how to line up with the required emotions and how to be able to operate it in general. So that's Atomic Habit by James Clear. I think it's a book that most of you possibly are conversant with. And I believe it can really be of a good help to us. Okay, such a thing. So build it slow. Do not go in starting to change everything at once. No, just small, and you will be able to possibly make it at the end of the day. There's something called 5-second rule. I don't know how many of you have read that book, but it's a very fantastic book, And the reason why these things are so amazing is because they are not all about trading only. I've told you that trading is, if you really want to maybe be able to make it through this, then it's something that have to be reflected in your personal life. So what does it mean? If you want to be patient in the market, you cannot be patient in the market and you are impatient with people. You cannot be disciplined in the market and you are not disciplined as a person. For example, even in a place you stay, it is untidy, dirty. So there are things that if you really be able, and they also go with those things like atomic habits, building it, not even starting with the charts, but starting with yourself. You are not disciplined, in terms even of time and things like that. Start with those small things. You will find that at the end of the day, they will start magnifying and even reflecting in the market. Trust me, because it is you. It is like a mindset, not like it is a mindset. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. Okay, that's the Bible usually says that. So as you think, that's who you are exactly. Whatever goes through your mind and things like that. So the next one is 5-second rule. 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Okay, so 5-second rule is a book. This book can help you in execution. Now, you have said that you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do what? You are not supposed to revenge trade. You are only supposed to count 5 seconds, and you're supposed to do away with that. Okay. So the moment the 5 seconds elapse, that thing should be out. You should be out of the chart, or after 5 seconds you're supposed to have closed. Switching off your laptop or whatever it is you are out, or switching off your phone or whatever you can do. So each and every whatever this rule is trying to say is that each and every activity you take, or whatever the kind of character you want to build, if you can't do it in the first 5 seconds, then you are really late, and there's a high chance you'll not do it. Whether you want to go to bed, whatever you want to do, 5-second rule is a book by someone called Mel Robbins. Maybe most of you have read it or something of that sort, but it's a very fantastic thing that can help a trader. Because right now, what I'm trying to do is, yes, you have a system. I've talked about you having a capital. And the capital is environment, because if you have a system, but you don't have the environment that doesn't support that, you will not be. Because you have ever heard of a concept called that you are, if I look at your friend, that's basically, it's you basically who you are, because you cannot be associated with someone that you don't have some common interest with, such another thing. So I believe you're getting this thing. So read that book, 5-second rule. It will really help you in the execution. The moment you get to the market, if the 5 second elapse without you changing, doing that thing you want to do, then you are really too late, and there's a high chance you'll do it. If you usually lose trade, you lose. For example, you trade in the morning, and most of the time you realize that the moment you execute another trade, it is a losing trade. Only count 5 seconds and don't take that trade and go out and close everything. So when you go and read it, you'll be able to really get something more information about that. So I started with Atomic Habits by James Clear, 5-Second Rules by Mel Robbins, and then there's another one called A Daily Trading Coach, okay, by Brett N. Sternberg. So I think this guy, possibly most of you are conversant with it. Maybe I might not be able to explain much about him, but out of the three, the Atomic Habits and 5-Second Rule, there are quite a number of books. So if you start studying, for example, you're studying about Forex, this thing I'm telling you for sure, if you're studying charts, technical analysis, okay, you can analyze and you can be a super analyst. But if the mind you have is the wrong mindset, it's as if you have the way a train runs in the railway, it will not exactly go to the way it's supposed to go. So if your mind says that if the amount of money, because for example, let's say, you will find that most of the time, maybe the reason why you are losing is that you are used to trading so much a $10 account in such a way that the moment that money goes to above 100, you cannot accommodate it. It is just mindset. You cannot accommodate that. Either you will start over risking, there's something you will start doing that's out of the normal. Why? Because at the end of the day, the amount of money in your pocket, your mind will most of the time try to balance the amount of money you have. If you are someone who is used to 100K, 100,000, the moment you get to 1 million, just see, there are a lot of things that will be coming in, either budget or whatever it is. What is happening at that moment is that it is trying to bring you back to normal. And what is normal is your 100K. The moment you go back to 100K, you think, oh, now if you are trading, you start trading responsibly. The moment you go back again to some big money, you start. So the reason why I'm saying that is that you are not supposed only to do research about trading. Do research, read books. There are even most of these books, even when you go to Google PDF Drive, the books, the online, when you go to PDF Drive, it has more than, I don't know whether it is more than 10 million books there. You will find, there are some books there you will find that are very fantastic, for free, in case if you don't have, and nowadays there are a lot of content. Even you can go to audio books on YouTube. If you don't have that, even on Telegram, there are a lot of sites, that you can get some books for free. Just for that. I just have to say because they are available at the end of the day, So that's something I wanted to bring here, Trade Tribe, I've talked about the system, you being able to follow the rules, doing some things each and every day, going into the market, looking at the market. There are some things you're supposed to watch for. For example, if there's a range you're not supposed to trade, depending on your strategy, there's something you have to do. And for me, as I summarize, these are the things I've talked about. The first thing I talked about is that know yourself, okay? Know yourself and the environment you have exposed yourself to. Knowing yourself is that you have to know that there are innate things. There are things that are in you, okay? That usually will be expressed when there's freedom, okay? Wherever you have a freedom, you will express something in you that even you didn't know, okay? So there are things that now we are talking about, things to do with fear, whatever it is, there are a lot of things that you'll be expressing. So now when you express in the market, most probably they will harm you. Because if you're given an opportunity to place TP anywhere and stop loss anywhere, you will mess up, And in order for you to be able to rectify this thing, you have to have a system. That's the second thing I talked about. You have to have a system. And what are the system? The rules. I think even Trade Tribe talked much about the system, even, such a thing. So those rules, you are supposed to have them. Even he showed us even his journal or whatever he's doing. Very fantastic presentation he does, showing us step by step what's happening here and there, But at the end of the day, you have a system. What is the environment? You have 100 USD, and at the end of the day, you're supposed to pay rent or do whatever it is. There's an expectation driving this money that will not be able to accommodate the system. because every system have to have an energy. Okay? If you have a system running, what is the energy behind the system? If it is an energy that is too much overwhelming and is negative against that, for example, you have a small account and you have too much expectation in it, and the forex market is probabilistic, at the end of the day, you find that you'll mess up. Okay? You find that you'll mess up. So that was the second thing I talked about. The third thing I talked about is about now you having a good environment, which means now the amount of money you have deposited in your broker, you can do what? You can sleep. You can place a trade and sleep without even glancing at the chart. Later on, coming to the market and checking whether the stop loss has been hit or take profit. I don't know, maybe some of you maybe are listening to me and saying, I don't know whether I can do that. You can, it's very, very possible. I believe you can do that. But now these things I'm talking about are the key, because if you don't trade, I've told you that for me, there are 3 months I spent. That thing it really brought a lot of pain to me. 3 months, there's nothing you're seeing. You're working, placing all your money there, and it is blown. But it's because you really don't understand what you're doing. You have not, for example, you are not a profitable trader, and you are placing big money to the market for what? For what? For what reason? Why should you do that? And I came up with, what did I say? I said, I'm just doing a summary. I said, come up with, you can either maybe acquire profit, but if you don't have a system, don't acquire profit. Go to a broker if you want to trade with a live account. Deposit small money as a cent account, because if you play something like $10 or $20, it will be deflected to be bigger, okay? And then you can be able to trade, risk 2% of that $10 account, 1% of that. You practice and see, because at the end of the day, what you want to do is to build a mindset of a true trader, as someone who is supposed to be a trader. That's what you're supposed to build. And now, what did I say last? The last thing I talked about when I was summarizing is that you have a system, you have everything. But at the end of the day, one thing you really have to know as a trader is that you have to have a life. You have to know the part of trading, what trading plays in your life, okay? As a trading, what does it really place in your life? And one thing that you really have to know is that as any other career or any other thing in your life, trade siphons from your mindset, or I can say that your mindset is the one that determines exactly how you trade. And the best way for you to be able to get the best, to be able to trade in the best way, is to do what? Is to change your mindset. How do you change how you think? How do you change how you look at the money? Because you remember me talking about something like you blowing. You might think that you blow, but the reason why you blow is because there is a level you have not reached. What am I trying to say? Imagine every time you trade $50, you will realize that if you have a small account, you will try to move it slow with small risk management, but just go to some crazy amount of money. Either the news took you there or anything took you there. You will go down the same way you came up. That's how you will be coming down with the same speed. If it's not in the same speed, then I think it has been rounded down to the nearest zero, to the nearest some, funny values, But most of the time, usually to the same speed. If you get money that you cannot accommodate, someone one day told me that if you are supposed to handle 100,000 and you are given 1 million, you should be punished for that. Because you're not supposed to have that, because your mind will take it there. It will be wastage. You automatically will take it there. So change your mind. The books I've mentioned, one of them is Atomic Habits. Generally, these books I've shared, for example, they can be beneficial in the market context. Atomic Habits, being able to change your behavior small, okay, step by step. Don't overdo it. No. There is something called 21 days stuff. Within 21 days, if you practice something, there is some energy that will come in. You'll find that you'll be able to build a system. So you can be able to practice some Atomic Habits within 21 days, such kind of a thing. Also, you can read the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and also a daily trading coach by Brett N. Strandberg. So these are the things that I wanted to say, guys. I wish you all the best. All of us are still in this journey. The reason why possibly I'm talking to you is because in one way or another, I've also been privileged at least to know one or two things. And for me, as I'm telling you that, because, for me, I didn't really get that, that meant that I really started alone, like a lone worker, such another thing. So I really faced it harsh and hard. Sometimes I didn't have money, you don't have money, but you want to trade because you want money, but there is no a single time you will withdraw. How much do you think that thing will bring trauma to you? It will bring a lot. It will bring a lot of pain to you. You want money, you deposit every day, and you have never withdrawn. You see, so it's really, such a thing. But thank you so much. I'm really grateful. And also, as I'm finishing, I want to really thank Trade Tribe. I'm really humbled to be here on your channel. It's really my pleasure to say what the little things I know here and there, because I know for us who are here, we are really great traders. And I believe also, I'm really honored to talk to you too at this moment. So thank you so much, Trade Tribe. I believe I'm done with that. Sorry for taking a lot of time. Thank you so much. I'm really transferring this thing to Trade Tribe right now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, big thank to you, Ed. Yeah, for sharing insightful content. I've also learned something from you in our channel. Yeah, the knowledge and perspective are truly variable, and I'm looking forward to have another session together. Maybe in your channel, you can try and in your channel. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you very much for those who have joined. I will try to resume. The reason why I don't have these consistent psychological talks and pre-market analysis is because I have another business now, another business running somewhere else. So it consumes a lot of time, and you find that, yeah, it's my business, so it consumes a lot of my time. You find that I'm working on during the day and almost during the night managing the business. So by the time nafika nyumbani, I'm pretty exhausted. I cannot do that, but I will try my best to share when I have a chance. But one thing I guaranteed you guys, I'll always post market analysis on Sunday, and also I'll always do what, analyze the economical calendar, always, every Sunday. That one I can guarantee with. Hata kama you don't have that, we fail to have that chance of doing what, of sharing live trades with you guys. I'll always ensure that economical calendar nimepata kuanalyze yote. Yeah, also I do post some case studies there. I do research, maybe one case study or two. Yeah, I do research when I have like 10 minutes free time. Yeah, I combine the whole case study, write it, then I send to you guys in the group. So yeah, feel free to go through them. And if at all you have any question, yeah, you can ask always. Like, just send me a text. I'll respond. I'll find time to respond to you. So yeah, without further ado, yeah, I wish you guys a nice weekend. Yeah, and a peaceful night. Dark Monks was to join us, but unfortunately, Kanibia, they have is it something spiritual? I don't know. So he wasn't able to join us, but he promised one of the 5 days, maybe when next time you're going to have such a session, he'll show up. So aliniambia hapana nini, spirituality every Friday. I don't know what that was. Yeah, but yeah, that's why he did not manage to join us today. So yeah, good night, guys, and see you next time.